Imagine a great gathering of young believers filled with energy, conviction, bold faithfulness and courage. I want to see others like me marvelling at the victory of Christ, celebrating His love for us, reveling in the truth of the gospel and proclaiming it to the world. World Youth Day is an international event for young Catholics where we worship together, learn about our God and spur one another on towards salvation and good deeds. In the year 2023, it will be held in Lisbon. Will you help me get there? My name is Marnie. I am a video editor and I love dancing, fitness, learning Mandarin, and I especially love spending time with friends and growing my community. I particularly love encouraging my friends and family in faith. God drew me to His church when I was 9 years old. I asked my mum if I could be baptised, and she started taking me to Mass. I fell in love with Jesus and our Blessed Mother, and by God's grace I have remained in the church and have continued to fervently pursue God. My faith is by no means perfect. I still struggle to give everything to Him each day, but God has proved abundantly generous and faithful, never failing to answer my prayers and always bringing me back to Him. It is my greatest desire to become a saint for Jesus, and I pray that all my friends and family would recognise the universal call to sainthood and respond with complete trust in Him.
I remember as a young person, there were a lot of young people around me at church, and I recall it as a place that was encouraging. I remember a lot of smiling faces, welcoming faces, and we all knew each other and we all knew each other's families. Unfortunately, coming to church, it's not always like that anymore. There's not a lot of young people around. It's like we've lost a generation. But I'm encouraged because there's a group of young people from Geelong who are working very hard to save their money and are really enthusiastic about travelling to World Youth Day. So I'd like to encourage you to support them.
Well, there are 3 ways you can make this dream come true. Firstly, by giving financially. I've chosen to go on the Holy Lands pilgrimage with the Melbourne Archdiocese, which includes 2 weeks in the Holy Lands before the World Youth Day week in Lisbon. This trip will cost around 10 grand, so while I'm saving as much as I can, it would be a great blessing and a gesture of loving support if you could financially contribute to this trip. Secondly, you can spread the word, both online and in person. I have just finished a communications degree, and one thing I learned was that out of all the ways that you can recruit people to support a cause, the most effective by far is word of mouth. That is, personally recommending it to your friends and family. So please consider encouraging those around you to support us pilgrims, in addition to sharing our fundraisers on social media. Finally, and most importantly, please pray for us. I'm committing this trip to the prayers of our Blessed Mother and St. John Paul II, who is the founder and patron saint of World Youth Day. I believe in the power of prayer, and I have seen God do mighty things in response. So please join with me in prayer, not just for me and my friends who are going with me, but for all the fellow pilgrims and leaders of World Youth Day. And in return, I'll be praying especially for you who help us make it there. If you want to hear more about my story or let me know that you're praying, please get in touch. God bless you and your families.